Hey guys, it's Trey here, and that's just my dog kind of reverse sneezing, so in case you're wondering what that sound was, that's all it is. Anyways, today I want to talk about the environment. No, I'm not going to give some fucking stupid ass, like, hippie shit, like, oh, we need to fucking hug the trees and fucking love what Mother Nature has given us and, you know, fucking put our penis in every single log that we see because we need to love the earth that fucking much kind of bullshit. Nor am I gonna tell you like a fucking plan on how to better it, alright? You know, I'm all for it, you know, bettering the environment and stuff like that when we can. You know? There's a lot of things that people usually don't think about when they make these plans, specifically politicians and people generally just speaking out of their ass about, you know, oh, you know, there's so many ways that we could better the environment. It's just oil companies being greedy and shit. Well, you need to think about this. How much are you willing to invest, and how much will that investment save you? You know what I'm saying? That's why oil is kind of a good thing. That's why it's really big right now, is because, you know, you invest very little, you pay people whatever, then you make a shit ton of money, and you use a shit ton of power too, right? Yeah, for sure we can make, you know, solar panels and wind turbines and stuff like that and water dams, but how effective is it? One, how efficient is it? How much power is it going to make? And, you know, and I guess maybe there's just not enough research getting put into those alternative, you know, things, or alternative power, you know, and stuff like that, like nuclear and stuff like that. There's a lot of fear behind nuclear that, you know, if a fucking plant blows up, we're going to all become like mutant, like X-Men shit, which we won't, by the way, okay? We'll probably just get really sick or die of radiation. And, you know, probably the same way that people can die of radiation from one of these fuckers, but I don't see people bitching too much about that. Granted, you need a lot of cell phones to die from radiation, by the way, and a lot of cell phone usage, okay? So just keep that in mind. But anyways, you know, this whole environment thing, you know, just alternative power, let's just talk about that. How much does it cost versus how much are you going to save? You know, that's why, or, you know, that's why oil's big. You know, I just said that, but I just want to emphasize that because wind turbines, you know, there's such, like, because it's technology that can be, you know, researched and bettered, unlike oil, which is just kind of like, well, you know, we can research ways to get it, but that costs a lot, you know. That costs a lot too. So think about it. But by the time that you get let's say a wind turbine, and you put it on the truck, you drive it to where you're going to install these wind turbines, and you install it, it's all good to go, it's making you power, it's already behind. It's already out of date. Like, fuck, by the time it leaves the factory, by the time someone is actually making the motherfucker, it's out of date. And that's why. That's with everything. Water dams, it's all out of date. All our shit's probably out of date. Everything's out of date, you know? But to invest and just keep buying the latest and greatest, we can't afford that. People can't afford that. These things cost money. Money doesn't fucking grow on trees, you know? I say that, you know, until we have, like, a master plan, unless we really fucking need alternative ways to get power, we shouldn't try and invest in making these things now, because think about it. These things also take up space. Animals live in the forest. We cut down forests, so like what? We can fucking put a giant solar panel, or, you know, we put it across all these trees and all these trees fucking die. Why? So that that solar panel can be super out of date by the time, you know, the oil all gets sucked up or whatever, all dried out, you know. People say, like, you know, it's a conspiracy, and, you know, there's no sure way on how much or how long this oil is going to last us, you know. Some people say, oh, in the next 20 years we're going to run out, and some people are like, you know, oil companies are like, well, in the next 200 years we're going to run out. It's fine, but, you know, either way, we got to, you know, think of things and just think about it logically. Think about the big picture, not just, all right, I'll just put a solar panel on top of my house and I won't have to pay for my electricity bill or whatever anymore. Like, that's bullshit. You know, think about it. For that $1 million, let's say theoretically $1 million, it's going to cost you to put a solar panel all like over on top of your house. First of all, how much is that going to cost you? Okay, so let's say $1 million. How long are you going to have to pay, or how long is that $100 a month savings going to take you before it becomes worth it? And just trying to do some quick math in my head, it's going to take you 1,000 months to make that fucker worthy. And let me just see. 1,000. Wait, is that the right math? Fuck it. It's going to take you 83 fucking years for it to be worth it before you actually start saving. So that's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like, how long is it going to take for it to be worth it? You see? We have technology that's proven, which is oil, right? And it's in Alberta, sorry. It's in places that, are not going to move, that are just going to stay there, such as Fort McMurray, the oil plants there. They're going to stay there, right? And it's not just as easy as taking these things down and just building over it. Some of these places, if you look at these oil mines and stuff like that, or, whatever, they're fucking huge pits. Like, they're huge. It's not just something like, oh yeah, let's put a little bit of dirt over, done. No. Like, it's going to take a long time for that area to recover, if it does, if it can. It's also super polluted and super, like, fucked. And that's what I kind of have a concern about. Not really, maybe replacing it with solar panels or wind turbines or whatever. That's going to take a lot. And, and as far as, water dams go, think about it. Fish are going to fucking swim into that. People who are animal, all for animal safety and, like, they want to protect the animals. You put these water dams there, like, fish are not very fucking smart. They'll swim right through that shit and they'll kill themselves, right? And a lot of that. And who knows what kind of, I don't know all the types of fish. I'm not going to fucking lie and think, oh, I know all the fish. Some fish we eat, some fish we don't, Maybe it'll be good, maybe it won't. You know what I'm saying? That's not to say every fish is going to swim through a dam and, like, we're going to run out of fish, no. But some will, and that may cause a problem. These are things we want to think about too, right? But I think we should just wait. Do you see? Like, look at my phone. Look at this motherfucking phone. It is an LG Optimus 1. Like, they don't make these fuckers anymore. Like, these are 7-Eleven phones now, okay? These are phones. You go to the 7-Eleven, you can pick one up for a monthly plan, all right? Like, $15 a month, unlimited texting, some shit like that, okay? This phone is outdated. I am going to wait until the iPhone 5S in about, probably, knowing Apple, about 3 months or, I don't know, maybe like 3 weeks or something, before they make the iPhone 5S, and then I'll get the iPhone 4S. You see, waiting for technology. So maybe those solar panels that take up an entire football field will be the size of this phone in 20 years, and it will make the same amount of power. It'll be just as effective. It'll be less costly. You got to think of it like that. People are so, act now. Act now. We gotta. Well, why? Why? Like, what are we going to lose? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're kind of fucking ourselves over for those 20 years, but at the same time, I think that investment would be a lot better than spending a lot of money on shit that's going to be outdated. You know what I mean? It's going to be better for the environment and stuff like that. We won't be polluting, trying to experiment with all this technology that we have no idea how to fucking use. And that will be outdated in literally a week. People are always researching, there's always a new way to make things more efficient, whether, there's certain things that were causing friction where you can replace those mechanical parts with ball bearings and lube them up with the best lubrication that there is. Gotta think of it that way. Don't think of it as we gotta act now, because we don't. That may sound like a really bad attitude to have, but we don't necessarily need to act now. I think we're gonna harm ourselves if we keep using up all our lands to experiment with this technology, and for it to cost a lot of money to take it down, because it's one thing to bring it up, right, and it's another thing to bring it down. So, and think about it. If a piece of solar panel takes 30 football fields squared. Okay, so that's 34 30 football fields long ways and width ways. Okay, so you know, that's 900 football fields, you know, made into a square of solar panels, and they become outdated, and then we gotta tear these, you know, solar panels down and replace them. Costs a lot of money. Very inefficient. Very, you know, very dumb thinking. That's just what I think anyways, you know. And that huge area, like, animals can't live there. Because think about it, if one of these fuckers fall down, it could harm animals, it could hurt, you know, the ecosystem that's there. Like, the natural system that's happening, you know. If we're going to fuck with that, we got to fuck with it very small. If anything, we should almost, you know, find ways that it will better the animals too. You know what I mean? Because, you know, sometimes we have good intentions, but it turns out to be bad. This is a whole nother topic, but, you know, the whole Toms, right? With, you know, sending shoes to Africa. You know, apparently in those countries, they go through shoes really quickly, right? And let's say we give all those people in those poor villages, right, Toms that will supply them for an entire year, okay? And that's it. That's all they got, all right? Well, think about the people that make shoes there, right? They're going to go out of business because who wants to buy their shoes? They want to buy these, or they want these Toms that are comfortable and this and that and all that. And then when it comes time to that, they run out of those Toms. Where are they going to go buy shoes? They can't. You see, it's kind of one of those things where we have the intention of something good, but it turns out to be something very, very bad. And that's what I'm getting at, right? We may have the good intention of putting up these alternate energy generators, whatever they are, and it messes up the ecosystem. And, you know, we may intend for it to be good, but it turns out to be bad. You know, we harm animals and this and that, and it's just a mess. But really what I'm trying to say is that we just gotta wait. We just gotta wait it out, okay? But we gotta be strategic about this wait too. We can't wait too long, but we can't jump in too quick. Okay? So those are just my thoughts. You know, if you want to challenge what I say, or you agree, just let me know. You know? Just let me know, and I'll try and respond to all intellectual comments. Well, you know, comments that are not trolls or whatever. But anyways, all right, guys, I'm Trey. This was kind of a stupid YouTube video, but I just want to talk about it anyways. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.